loved ones, and happy Imbolc! Today officially marks the halfway point between the beginning of winter and the beginning of spring, which means that today we are halfway through winter, which, if you really think about the seasons, there's like seasons within the seasons, right? So there's like early winter, and then there's middle winter, and there's late winter, and that's actually you find really represented in astrology. You see that with the cardinal, the sort of like changing dimensions. So we're like entering a new phase of winter today, so that's super exciting, yay! And traditionally this festival, Imbolc, marks the returning of the sun, and it's ruled over by the goddess Breed, who is this goddess who is revered in Celtic lore. She is in Ireland and Scotland and Wales and England and all of those places, and even throughout Europe. She is celebrated as she's celebrated as the triple goddess. So as we move back into this direction towards spring, she's celebrated as moving from the crone, or the old woman, back into the maiden, as the cycle begins again and we begin circling again around. So I'm just gonna look. Yay! Yes, Carol, of course. And I'm so excited you're all here. So I'm super excited because it's been like cloudy here in southern Wisconsin for weeks. Like we've seen the sun for like a few minutes at a time, and today it's like full on sun. So we're celebrating the return of the sun. It's a fire festival. We're celebrating the light, and thinking back in history when people celebrated these festivals with the turning of the year, and they were so in tune with the turning of the year. They'd been living in winter for a long time by now, right? And living in winter, they'd be running out of food. They didn't have a supermarket to go to. They were running out of fuel, perhaps. Things were hard. So this was a day that marked like, oh my gosh, things are going to change, and the sun is going to return. And as exciting as that is for us, it must have been even that much more amazing for people then, because their livelihoods could return. They would be just trapped indoors and like living on stores of food from the past year. So pretty amazing. Yeah, Dan, love to see that sun today. Absolutely. I'm like so excited about it. And I'm gonna go out to the woods as soon as I'm done. But I wanted to share just a little bit about this holiday, and then to share a cleansing meditation, because traditionally this is a day for cleansing. People would often start their spring cleaning on Imbolc, so they would wash the house like from floor to ceiling, and after a winter of like everyone being trapped indoors, it probably needed a lot of cleaning. So they would like cleanse everything, and they would release the things they didn't need. So I've been working on that for a while here, just sort of cleansing out my home, going through stuff, getting rid of the things I don't need, washing things, just kind of coming into this new place. Like I cleaned out the fridge the other day, and it's so awesome. I highly recommend, if you haven't cleaned your fridge in a while, it feels so good, just to get rid of all that old stuff. We live in a time of great abundance, so we don't have like our ancestors had, where we're running out of food. We just have extra food, like we always do. So it's a time for cleansing, and it's a time for celebrating, like I said, the return of the light, the return of the sun. So in like England and places like that, maybe not here in the Midwest, but they might begin to see the crocuses within the next couple of weeks. So it really was like winter's ease, and this new time was coming through. And traditionally people would like bless their seeds today, so it wasn't time for planting the seeds yet. That said, it was time to put your energy into the seeds, see what you'd like to come into fruition in the coming months in the growing season. And people would, at sundown, as the sun set, they would light a candle in every room of the house. So that's a really awesome tradition that we can bring in. Now we can go around our house and just light a candle in every room, just to celebrate this return of light. Or If you don't have a bunch of candles, I do, and that's what I'm going to do. But we have lights, so I also have heard of a modern tradition where you just go around and you turn on lights all over the house, so that you just are celebrating and honoring that. Honoring the sun, honoring what we've lived through, honoring ourselves for all that we've been through in the last cold months, and honoring the turning of the wheel, honoring the cycles that say, this too shall pass, and we can be present to wherever we are, whatever we're in, because we know that the wheel will continue to turn, that winter's not going to stay forever. Carol says, clearing to make your space and vessel empty, ready to receive new energies that will serve you in the greater good of all. Yes. I love that. I love how you said that, Carol. Absolutely. Clearing space for the greater good of all, just emptying out, like, everything we stored up, everything we've held in, we're going to let it go. And that's exactly what we're going to delve into here and now together. I'm just going to lead you through a guided cleansing meditation to celebrate this day. And to start, I'm just going to light Palo Santo, which is literally translates as holy wood. It's this beautiful wood from South America that when you burn it, like sage, it releases cleansing smoke. And I'm sending this smoke etherically to each and every person who watches this video to cleanse your auric field. So we're releasing now from our auras all those energies which we've stored up, which we no longer need, which are not serving us here and now. We let them go as we walk into this next turning of the wheel. Oh, yes. I wish you could smell it. That said, the energy is still coming through to you through time and space, because that's how energy moves. There are no restrictions. So receive that cleansing. And then as you're ready, come in, close the eyes, and I will lead you through a guided meditation here to cleanse your inner space, to light it up, and to make room for receiving the new, as Carol so beautifully put it. So with eyes closed, begin just by bringing your attention to the top of your head. So we're going to begin just by scanning our bodies just to feel where we're at here and now. So the attention at the top of your head, just go ahead and start scanning through your body to the front of your head, the back of your skull, making note of just any sensations that you feel, not holding it in any judgment if there's pain, not clinging to it if it feels good, just feeling what is. Moving down into your face, the third eye, the eyes, the cheeks and ears, the nose and the mouth, the chin and jaw. Moving your attention through the throat and neck. And we'll move into our right arm and just sort of let your attention wander all the way down into the elbow, into the forearm, into the hands and fingers. And then again, bring your attention to the top of the left arm and let your attention move down this left arm into the elbow, the forearm, the hand, and the fingers. Moving our attention into the chest, we just scan through, feeling the heart space, the fronts of the shoulders, into the breasts or the chest muscles, into the heart center, down into the belly, feeling all of our organs, maybe it's like taking a moment of gratitude for all of these organs which always work perfectly or mostly perfectly without us having to do anything to regulate them. Down into the pelvis, and then moving your attention up to the top of the back. Just do the same thing. Move your attention down through the shoulders, through the mid-back and the lower back. Just being aware of any sensations. Move your attention now through the butt, into the hips and thighs, down the thighs, into the knees, into the calves, the shins, the ankles, the feet. And as we get to the feet, just imagine now that you can breathe in through the top of your head and breathe out through the bottom of your feet. And imagine that you're breathing in rainbow light through the top of your head And that you're breathing it all the way through your body and releasing it through the bottoms of your feet. And as you release it through the bottoms of your feet, just imagine that tree roots are beginning to grow out of the bottoms of these feet. That the tree roots are beginning to ground you. So breathing in rainbow light through the crown of the head, moving it with the breath all the way through the body, and then moving it on the out-breath down through the bottoms of the feet and into the center of the earth like roots growing deep. And feel yourself becoming grounded through this. Breathing in again through the top of the head, down through the body, and in through the bottoms of the feet. And as we're here in this grounded space, just imagine that you're walking a wooded path. And as you walk this path, you look up and you see that all of the trees are covered in fall leaves and russets and golds and oranges, all of those fall colors. And just take in the beauty of the leaves, feel the chill in the air, maybe a breeze, and as you continue to walk, you begin to hear a crunch, and you look down and you see the leaves underneath your feet have begun to be covered in frost. The chill is growing in the air, and as you look up, you notice that the trees have less and less leaves until finally, as you walk, the trees are bare. And from these bare trees, you look into the sky and you see snow begin to fall. And you huddle into yourself a little as you watch the beautiful first snowfall. And you continue to walk this path. And as the snow falls, it gets deeper, till eventually you find yourself simply trudging through the snow. Feel yourself as you begin to walk more difficulty, as the cold becomes stronger and more forbearing. Just feel how you feel as you walk through this snow. And imagine yourself, as it were in the past, that you're living through this long, cold winter. And feel that sense of defeat that might even rise within yourself as the winter drags on. And then, as you continue to trudge and you've almost given up hope, you look to the horizon, and on the horizon you see the sun as she begins to rise in the sky. As he begins to rise in the sky, I should say. And you see the sun, and all of this hope just begins to bloom in your heart. The returning of the warmth, you know it, even though it isn't here yet. You see the snow beginning to melt. You see yourself trotting now a muddy path, and a breeze is blowing. That chill that chilled you to the bone is gone. It's cold still. That said, there's the promise of warmth in it. And as the sun smiles down upon you, you know that this is always the case, that the wheel always turns, that you will always, always be bathed again in sunlight, that hope will always return. And just soak for a minute in this beautiful metaphor. The seasons are such a beautiful metaphor for our lives. We go through ups and downs. We have turmoils. We have joys and sorrows. And everything changes. And so it's such a beautiful invitation to just simply allow whatever is without clinging to it, without being averse. I know it's so easy to be averse when the cold lingers on, to just wish for summer. I found myself doing it a lot this year. And just instead to bring ourselves back and say, this is what is, and I accept it completely, knowing that this too shall change. And we open our hearts now in gratitude for this beautiful earth which gifts us with seasons, which gifts us with love and with light. And we open our hearts and begin to expand the energy of our hearts outward. Feel a fire burning in the center of your heart on this day, this fire festival. We light the fire and feel that fire begin to expand out now, to fill your body, Feel its warmth. And then allow it to expand around you. See it surrounding you in its beautiful warmth all throughout your aura. And we expand this warmth out further now. And I'd imagine a loved one surrounded, a pet, your home. You can expand it around your entire village, your city, expanding it around, eventually expanding out to surround the entire earth. And feel yourself now as the sun, shining warmth upon the earth, knowing that the energy of sun lives within you, that you can draw upon this warmth at any time, even when the sun is not in the sky. And shine down love and gratitude upon the earth. Shine down light, the returning of the light. Give thanks in your heart for all that you've gained over these winter months, for all of which you've let go. Give thanks for the wheel of life, for without the dark, we would not so appreciate and love the light. And in that appreciation, we grow to love the dark as well, knowing that it is one and the same, the other half of the same coin on which we celebrate the light. And soak in this gratitude as you begin to pull it in, feeling the love and light of all who've gone through this guided meditation with us, drawing back within our beings. And we move it down into our solar plexus. And then we move it down and just store this beautiful energy at the sacral center, at the alchemical cauldron which lies at your sacral center. You might even put your hands there, just over the womb space for a woman, or just the low belly, and just feel that warmth there. Feel it held, feel it stored, that you can use this warmth to heal, to feel when there's no sun in the sky. And I'm certain we'll still have more of those days coming. That said, we can celebrate with open hearts that truly spring is on her way. We're on a new season of winter, and celebrate today. Truly bring in a celebration. Maybe you make a celebratory dinner. There's a lot of dairy consumed on this day because this would be the time in traditional cultures where the cows would be having calves, the sheep would be having babies, so all of a sudden they had milk again, so people were just like so happy because they had this other source of nutrition. So dairy dishes, if you eat dairy, or spicy foods like curries and stuff to celebrate the sun. So maybe you make a celebratory dinner, or maybe you light a candle in every room of the house like we discussed before, light all the lights. Maybe you sit in silence and connect with the goddess Breed and just feel her energy, feel her rebirthing as the maiden once more, coming into this light, joyous youth and exuberance that we're entering into again. You might burn celebratory incense like frankincense, myrrh, cinnamon, cinnamon teas, anything spicy like that's really great for today. If you're a gardener, maybe take some time and bless your gardening tools, bless your seeds if you already have the seeds you're going to plant. Just take some time to be in gratitude, whatever you do, for the wheel of the year. And I'm just about finished here. One last thing I wanted to do, if I called to do, was to draw an animal guide for us. So in the coming month and a half that we have left of winter, as the seasons begin to shift once more, we call upon an animal to guide us. Who would like to take that role? And I'll show you before I show me. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but we have Owl coming through to guide us. And Owl is such a beautiful guardian. Owl is fitting because we still are somewhat in darkness, and Owl is a nocturnal animal. Owl guides us in the nighttime. So Owl can really help us come to a place of celebrating the darkness that's still left in honor of the coming light. And I will just read you a little bit in the guidebook about what this author has to say about Owl. Owl brings through, says, Owl, magic, omens, time and space. Does the truth emerge, casting out deception, silent flight, sacred medicine bird. So I love that, casting out deception. So this is a time truly, like I said, for cleansing and finding that which in yourself that you no longer need to hold on to. Awesome. Lucille says she's watching with such curiosity. We're so glad you're here, Lucille. Beautiful message from Owl, says Carol. Yes, I think Owl is so fitting. Owl is, I'll just read you a little bit. So Owl is associated with clairvoyance, astral projection, and magic, both black and white. So the darkness and the light. Owl is called the night eagle, and traditionally sits in the east. Oh, the place of illumination. And that's beautiful because the direction of springtime, the direction of new beginnings is the east. So Owl is really heralding that in for us. Since time immemorial, humanity has been afraid of the night, the dark, and the unseen, waiting fearfully for the first crack of morning light. Conversely, night is Owl's friend. So Owl is teaching us that instead of being afraid of the darkness, being averse to the darkness, wishing the darkness away, we can sit here and really just feel its energy while it lasts, knowing that we're going to be in the light time soon, so let's honor what's still here. Let me see if there's just anything else I want to share with you. So I think that's really all we need to share here. I'll read you the last paragraph. So if you've pulled the Owl card, you're being asked to use your powers of keen, silent observation to intuit some life situation. Owl is befriending you and aiding you in seeing the total truth. Owl can bring you messages in the night through dreams and meditation. Pay attention to the signals and omens. The truth always brings further enlightenment. And that's a beautiful message to leave you with, because Owl's a guardian of the night. Truly be aware of your dreams in the coming weeks. See if you can remember your dreams. See if they're speaking to you. Use this nighttime while it's here. Use this rest time while it's here, because just around the corner, the really active times are going to start. So sink into the feminine for a little bit longer. Enjoy this time of relaxation and be ready, because before we know it, the crocuses are going to be blooming and there's going to be buds on the trees. Actually, I've already seen a couple trees with buds on them. Yay! And life is going to be like springing back into full force. So take this time to go within for a while longer. See the vision of what you'd like to create and make it so in the coming months. Blessed be. And I just want to take one last moment. Carol says, the truth always brings enlightenment. You are so right on, sister. Blessings, Carol. Yes, the truth will set you free. These cliches that they say are always so accurate. So find your own truth. Find the truth that lies within. Find that inner voice. And I just want to take the last moment here to extend an invitation. I still have a couple of spots open in my course, Ascension 2017, which I'm going to be starting on next Monday, the 6th of February. This is a super fun course that I'm leading, in which we work our way for 7 weeks through the chakras and through different energetic practices associated with each energy center, with each level of consciousness, to bring ourselves into more truth, more light, higher vibrational reality. And this class is going to be really fun for me to teach. I'm super excited about it because it's all of these practices that I've been doing put together. And these practices have totally changed my life and are amazing. So anyone who feels even a slight interest, you should check it out and see if you feel called to join us. I do feel like there's still a couple of people called to join us. So if you're interested, it's www.bellalunaspirit.com/2017 for the invitation. And if you're not, I am so excited anyway that you joined us for this meditation for this opening to Imbolc and the energies coming through as the wheel of life turns once more. So Peter says, go to Follow Photography Instagram. Peter will check it out. And yeah, awesome. So I think that's it. I wish you all a blessed holiday today. Get in your spirit, celebrate the return of the light, and blessed be love. Bye-bye.